The starters are pretty obvious. These are voted by fans, media, and players. And it's Giannis, Beal, Steph Curry, Doncic, KD, Embiid, Kyrie, LeBron, Jokic, and Kawhi. Okay, that's your starters group. Now, remember, there's no East versus West. This is a whole new thing now that they're doing where they have two captains. One's LeBron, one's KD, and they pick players out of the pool. But these guys are the starters voted by everybody. The reserves are picked by coaches from the respective conferences. And we mentioned Julius Randle as one. There's 14 of them that are chosen. Jaylen Brown from the Celtics, Jason Tatum from the Celtics, Anthony Davis, who probably won't play, Paul George from the Clips, Rudy Gobert from a really good Jazz team, along with Donovan Mitchell as well, James Harden from the Nets, Zach LaVine, first-timer with the Bulls, Dame Lillard.
Well deserved. Trae Young?
No Trae Young. Chris Paul from the Suns, more on that in a moment. Ben Simmons from the Sixers, Nick Vucevic from Orlando, and Zion Williamson from the Pelicans.
Well, that's from straight star power.
Who's missing from the list, Bart?
I would probably, he goes by Devin Booker, but I would probably call him Broadway Booker, because if he came to the lights of Madison Square Garden with what he's been doing, I think that his spot, and I think that Chris Paul should bow out and say, you know what, young fella, I know they're giving me this Lifetime Achievement Award because I've been a great player for a long time, and sometimes it's about name recognition and brand recognition. But young fella,
no, Chris Paul's not bowing out. LeBron's going to be the hero here, and they're going to make sure that Book gets the replacement for Anthony Davis, much like what happened last year when Lillard was hurt and they had him step in.
Rudy Gobert. What about, didn't Rudy Gobert complain or cry about not being an all-star?
Gobert's an all-star this year, so there's nothing to complain about. But wait, let's just get back to it. The guy's averaging his numbers this year, right? He's 25 a game. He's shooting 50% from the field. 50, 38, 85 is his shooting slashes. He's insane. This will be 3 years in a row where he's averaging a ton of. Now, the complaint used to be, well, your team not winning. Your team's not good. Like last year, that was the knock on it. Well, your team's just not a very good team, so these are empty stats. They're 20-10 this year. Those aren't empty stats. Yeah. They decide Chris Paul is contributing to that winning, not you. That's what the coaches are basically saying. But here's the other thing. If we're going to take from the pool of players and make two teams that's not East versus West, then why do we have to have 7 from the East and 7 from the West? Why do we have to have an even number? If we're taking from a pool, why not a pool of all the best players in the league? Because there could be, like, it's always, well, who would you take off the team?
They want to alienate the markets, right? This is all it comes down to TV and politics, because understanding that if it's not East versus West, it's like team to play the captains pick their team randomly, and no matter who it is, then who cares how many players from the West make it or how many teams from the East make it? It should be the best players in the game, and that's not always an even number.
Should Zion be an all-star this year?
I understand what Zion's there. Zion,
but should he really be an all-star this year over Devin Booker?
He's for entertainment value. You understand? Listen, do you understand, Alan? Or you do it? You understand?
Of course,
they added a playoff slot just to get this man.
They're 13 and 17
in the playoff.
They're 13 and 17.
He didn't even play. I'm just telling you, right? Remember what the NBA did. They're about selling tickets and markets and excitement, and nobody is more exciting to watch. Now, tell me this: is Zion a player that you would pay to go see?
Yes. Yeah, of course you would. I'd also go pay to see Devin Booker play because he shoots. Look, in this league where shooting is such an important thing now, more than ever, he's a guy that shoots. He can make shots. I like that.
But what we're saying is, what we're saying is, right, when you go to an all-star game, you look at any all-star game, it's weird, right, because I've been part of all-star games. You have the all-stars all-star. Right? Now, if you put Devin Booker in there, he's going to make maybe some logo shots, right? But if you put Zion in there, the wow factor of some of the dunks that he's
nobody's playing defense.
Yes. Right. So that's going to sell and make the game seem more exciting than what it is. Remember, the NBA is in the money-making business. They don't care what's fair, what's not fair. And if a couple people were harmed, no animals were harmed during the shooting of this show, then they don't care. Like, they don't care if Devin Booker feelings is hurt, if Trae Young feelings are hurt. They got to get certain type of players in so that they can sell it to their
then give me all right. Then let me say this. Then, if you're Devin Booker,
yes,
there's one way to get out of this whole thing where you just keep getting snubbed. Where the media, the media has a vote. He didn't get one media vote. Not one media vote.
Do they even have people that follow the team in Phoenix?
Of course they do.
I mean, reporters. They got like
No, they
one
got
team
good
reporter.
reporters in Phoenix. But it's just that he didn't get one vote. So how do you fix this problem if you're him as he's getting older now, and now he's always got to wait for someone to be hurt to make the All-Star team for a second year in a row? That's what he's got to wait for. What is the way out of that? If only he had like a connection, like he played at a college, that he knew some people that maybe could help him, you know, like get into a bigger market, maybe move to the East.
Would he have to change his name? Would he change his name to Broadway Booker?
I mean,
BB.
Everything's up for grabs. All I know is that, as Hamilton said, in New York, you can be a new man. I believe that. And if there's ever a player that's got to start looking at his situation, I know they're 20-10, and they got Chris Paul, and Monty Williams is a great coach, and they got a good young core there. It's great. But you're going to be in the shadows, just like Luka in Dallas. It's going to be really, really difficult to compete with those two LA teams, and Golden State gets healthy. Is it really the best thing for you in your career right now? If you keep getting passed over for something that might just seem like superficial All-Star, who cares? It does matter to these guys.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.